Right, well, I hate masking. I've done a crap job of it. Anyway, so what I've done, I've bolted the cases together. You see, I've put a washer in between to leave a gap. So when you coat it, coating will just lap over the corner, so you haven't got a square edge, do you know what I mean? So it won't chip off, or hopefully it won't chip off. Masked up all the important bits, and I'll just have to go around it gently. Missed a couple of bits blasting, but it's not going to be the end of the world. I'm not making a concourse bike, so it'll look a lot better than I intended it to do. Of course, I could have just sprayed it, but obviously if you spray it and then you pour petrol on it or leak petrol onto it, it just comes off, doesn't it? So I think powder coat's a better option, seeing as we're set up for powder coating. Anyway, right, I'll go and see how it goes. Right, there it is, masked up best I can. Give it a quick flick over. You flick over the masking tape, and then when you heat that up, that melts and sort of bakes the masking tape on, stops it blowing up, or I find it tends to help anyway. So as you can see there, see the daylight through the casings, so hopefully it should just get a little wrap around in there. Right, put them in the oven, get them on. Well, bit of a disaster with the powder coat, I'll be perfectly honest with you. See, this is some old powder that I'd probably had for 10 years or more. Wasn't even sure if it was gloss. Oh, it's definitely gloss, it's like mirror gloss. But it's bloody run. See how big blobs. Looks absolutely shite. Well, I'm not doing it again, so I'll have to see if I can clean it up. Well, got that cleaned up. God, that took some doing. Hours and hours with the Dremel, and just cleaning them corners up. Wish I hadn't used that powder coat now, but it's on now. It's definitely shiny. Only good thing about it is brittle, so it's easy, you know, it's easy to get off. If you Dremel it, it sort of comes off and doesn't eat into the alley as so much. But I've come up to a stop, come up to a stall. The bearings that came out of the gearbox. Just looking. See, they're a metal seal on one side. The oil on the other side. It appears that the Suzuki intended the oil to stay in the two compartments. Normally this is just a through bearing, like a normal bearing like this. So the oil can go both ways, and it has like a scavenger. The clutch spins round and it scavenges the oil and throws it into the gearbox. And sort of obviously worked it out somehow, that the right amount of oil stays in the gearbox and the right amount of oil stays in the side casing. But for some reason Suzuki have decided that these bearings are only half open bearings. Yeah. So that one was in there, that one was in there. And obviously the back's open, so the back's oiled by the gear oil. But so when you fill it, the oil goes into here, and it's sort of half level between the two, and then it throws its own oil around. It doesn't sort of pass it one to the side to the other, if you know what I mean, if you understand what I mean. From like, because obviously this is the clutch case, and then the gearbox is in there. So I got these bearings here. But I could only get ones with double metal seals. So I thought, oh well, fair enough, I'll just pull one of the metal seals out. So that's what I've done. So these are the new bearings. Let's get rid of them. Here's the new bearings here, and I've pulled the metal seal out, only to find inside is a plastic case. There's a plastic case in there. Now I'm just not sure about putting them in. I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to ring them up on Monday and see. I mean, I'm sure that case is heat proof, but it's not just that though. There's not a lot of room for the oil to get in. I mean, this is obviously designed for its own grease inside them two cases, and to whether it's not actually classed as a high-speed bearing or what, I don't know. The numbers were the same. That's what I don't understand. rather than a, no, sorry, it's double Z, these, double Z rather than single Z, because single Z is obviously one seal, double Z is seal both sides. But yeah, I'm not sure about them. Not sure about a plastic seal. Thing is, in there, when it's in, it's a big strip down to change it if it falls to bits. The price of a 10-20 quid for 2 bearings. I don't want to be doing that. So I've come to a stop. It is about 4 o'clock anyway. So I suppose it's home time. Yeah, disappointing day today. Never mind. Right, see you later.